Okay, so I'm going to try something a little bit different this time. Jeez, come on. Should probably do that ahead of time. Right. So what I'm going to do this time around is I'm going to. Okay, so here's the thing. I've spent a lot of time. Wow, that was a good squeak. I've spent a lot of time sort of hyping up how I'm super analytical or what have you, and then I apparently just click around randomly and hope that things work out without explaining too much of what the hell I'm doing. So I'm going to try to make my decisions, try to explain my decisions before I just click on a button. Because a lot of the stuff I do just sort of um, very, very quickly. Okay, so what are we going to see set up here? Probably the Mega Sableye. That's the most likely choice. Against Mega Sableye, on this team, I found that actually does a lot to it. Like a couple Flare Blitzes will take it out. I don't have to worry about Dark Pulse on Astley. Nert can unfortunately do nothing to it, especially if it Megas. Barter Snar, same kind of deal. It'll get wrecked by Dark Pulse, and also it'll get set up on hard. Beedrill, I guess, would be okay, but I don't want to risk losing it this early. And Turnt Snacko, of course, is just going to have the rocks bounce back and doesn't have the damage to deal with it. Wow! Oof. Oh, geez. Okay, sorry. That might have been a bit loud. No, I don't think you... You might be able to hear that. I don't think it'll be too bad, though. I've got the sound turned up a little bit. Okay, so we do actually have the Dragonite instead, which is still also a problem, don't get me wrong. Dragonites are usually physical sets, from what I've seen. So I'm going to start with... So I'm going to switch out to Turnt Snacko. That way he can get his Rocky Helmet off, possibly do a Stealth Rock. Stone Edge does okay against Dragonite. And Dragonite will likely try to D-Dance. No, it went for a Thunderbolt. That's interesting. I get a free turn to Stealth Rocks at the very least. He's going to take some chip damage, lower his defenses. That's all around a pretty good thing. I'm free to go for a Stone Edge, which is going to hurt anything that comes in aside from the Excadrill. Yeah, again, I almost just went for it without explaining why. Earthquake obviously would be a super over-prediction and would really only work if they went into the Excadrill. They might... That would be a wise choice on their end, but they might also stay in, which, frankly, I'm more afraid of. So I will go for the Stone Edge. Yep, there comes the Excadrill. I should have overpredicted. Well, actually, it wouldn't matter. He's got the balloon. So this thing probably is going to Swords Dance, which is terrifying. Should be able to... Yeah, it'll outspeed. And be able to kill it in one hit, which is important. However, if it's Scarfed, I'm in a lot more trouble anyway. So I think I'll just stay in and go for... I'll go for a Sucker Punch. No, I'll go for the Stone Edge because if it Swords Dances, Sucker Punch isn't going to do anything, and I'll be even further behind. It went for the Iron Head. Got some of the chip damage. I do manage to pop the balloon. Got a crit, that's okay. And I will go for the Sucker Punch. Yep, managed to chip a little bit more damage. Well, got Rocky Helmet on. Okay, unfortunately, the rocks are gone. I do like having my rocks on the field, but unfortunately, it looks like that's not in the cards right now. So I will bring out Astley. Sorry, I clicked that before explaining. I will bring out Astley. The reason for that is, of course, it's Scarfed. So it should outspeed absolutely everything on this team. No matter what it switches into, it's going to take a hit. At the very least, it'll lose Excadrill. If it switches in the wrong Pokemon, like expecting to outspeed, then I might just be able to set up an advantage, especially if it decides to go for any sort of setup. So that would be like Dragonite coming into Dragon Dance. There's Noivern. Noivern is terrifying. I think it typically runs Hurricane and Draco Meteor, and unfortunately, well, I don't have too much to deal with that. But I still think Astley is very valuable for the late game, so I'm going to switch into Nert, who is going to soak a hit. Yep, drop his special attack harshly, and I'm not going to be able to do too much. It might switch out, or it might just try to outspeed me, so I will go for a Protect just to scout out what it's going to do. I should have gone for Endeavor. But actually, now that I think about it, it really doesn't matter because Nert can't hit these guys. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I clicked ahead of time. The reason I went for Toxic was because I figured Sableye would think that it had a free switch, and therefore it wouldn't Mega Evolve if it's probably capable of Mega Evolving, because we're in OU. So I figured it wouldn't Mega Evolve, it would want to try to keep the priority boost for as long as possible, so it would go for basically anything else. So I decided to set up my own Toxic to, well, I mean, now it's got a Toxic on it. Okay. Again, Dragonite does some decent work against Sableye. It won't be able to Will-O-Wisp me. It could still Toxic me, but that's pretty much okay. Okay. And I'm going to set up Dragon Dance as many times as I can before it switches out. That's going to be 2. So I will most likely outspeed. I don't think this thing has any sort of priority, so I'll just go for the Flare Blitz. Okay, so we're going to take out probably 2 Pokemon with this. Yep, there's the Arcanine. It did get the attack drop, but I'm going to keep going because I've got the speed boost and still 1.5 attack. And I keep clicking before finishing my explanation. That is bulky as hell. Okay. I really didn't expect that much bulk on an Arcanine. That was physical, though, so let me see. Okay, I'm still doing it. So my thought process is that since it's so bulky physically, it might be worse off special defensively. And while Bartersnar is also a special defender, it will get outsped, and it is also, of course, weak to the fire type. Bunt would definitely outspeed, but I just saw how much a 1.5 times 120 power move did, and it was very disappointing. So I'm going to hope to hell. Okay, well, that works too. So now Sableye is basically dead. I don't think it has any way to deal with this. It's not going to outspeed. Yeah, it's got priority recover, but that's all it can do at this point. It will be taken out by either Toxic or Shadow Ball. It has no other choice but to take that. So I don't need to explain that. I'll just keep clicking until they send out the next thing. There's Noivern. Noivern, again, still terrifying. I do want to keep Astley alive for the inevitable Arcanine. I think Buttersnar is going to have to eat it. And of course, Beedrill is too bulky to give up right yet. Not bulky, but too important. Okay, at this point, now I have that choice to make again. I think Astley should be safe to come out. Even into another Draco Meteor, it should be okay. So I will start Shadow Balling, and I'll probably surprise it with the speed, because Noivern is fast as hell. It probably wasn't expecting to be outsped. So I'm basically going to just try to continue with my sweep for as long as possible here. We might see... Oh wow, we got another Draco Meteor. That crit probably didn't matter, but at this point, well, all I really need to do is survive Arcanine. That's really the big problem right here. Extreme speed, okay, that is very bad. So it looks like I do lose. That's kind of a bummer, but hopefully that was a good explanation of my thought process on that matter. Let's give another one a shot. We're at about halftime, so maybe we can get another one in, and maybe my thought process out loud will show a win. Give it a try. Okay. So, this is actually another, well, almost entirely Gen 1 team. That's interesting. I don't know what their Gengar is, but I can almost guarantee that I'm going to surprise them with my Scarfed Gengar. They'll probably send it in as a counter to mine. Aerodactyl will probably start in order to set up Stealth Rocks, so I'll send out Turn Snacko. Oh, nope, never mind. This is actually better. Excuse me. At the very least, I got their Charizard out of the way. That's moderately important. there's the Aerodactyl. It'll probably try to set up Stealth Rocks. It might just go for the kill. If it does, I have a good chance of hitting it with Rocky Helmet. They have a lot of contact moves. If not, I mean, well, if not, then we both get Stealth Rocks up, which is good. So, the best thing I have against Aerodactyl from here on out is probably going to be Gengar, but I don't really want to put out Gengar yet, just because it gets so much momentum late game. Yeah, at this point, my only good choice is to try to get some rocks up. Yeah, it just went for the kill. I mean, all in all, that's a valid move. Actually, Nert, this might be Nert's only chance to shine, because Cloyster probably has Icicle Spear, so it'll break my sash and go for the kill. Aerodactyl is probably sensing the fear. Just in case, I will Endeavor. Okay, well, I get a decent hit on Venusaur. And now I will switch out immediately to... I'm pretty sure, actually, Bartersnar walls Venusaur pretty well. So, yeah, exactly. The Leech Seeds aren't going to do anything. Its Poison-type moves are going to hurt, don't get me wrong. But I outspeed all day. I get a chance to set up. That's why I went with Substitute, because I'd outspeed to set up. I get a chance to... Okay, so now that I've got sub up, there's basically nothing stopping me from Giga Draining, which is my best choice all around. Get a little bit of a heal. Yep. Okay. It's probably going to try some setup shenanigans. I don't know what it's going to do. Toxic, maybe? Oh, it's going to go for Curse. Okay. Well, this is probably not good. It's going for Payback. It also does outspeed. So, I'm going to go into Nert, get the Endeavor off, do some bad stuff to the Umbreon. Yep, and then we'll go into Beedrill. Okay, I still outspeed. It's what, Synchronize? Yeah, it's probably got Synchronize. So I'll throw a Toxic on it, just to end that stall right now. Oh, there's the Venusaur again. Smart. Smart play. I'm not going to outspeed anything else, so I'll just Endeavor. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Because again, Nert, at this point, now that the sash is broken, especially because he's at low HP, he's not going to last much longer, and he's not going to do too much more that's actually useful. So I'll just bring him out and have him finish the job with a Endeavor. Maybe get a... Well, Quick Attack's not going to kill Venusaur. Well, I could get another Endeavor. You take off the... I'll Protect once more. Yep, there we go. I was expecting some sort of shenanigans. Now we'll be at 9%, so I'll bring Venusaur to, I don't know, probably like, yeah, probably about 10. Well, yeah, no, like 12 after leftovers. 15, okay. Now is a good time for Beedrill to come out. Beedrill, I got disconnected. Huh. Looks like the server was restarted. Let's see if we can get back in here. Come on. Could not connect. Okay. Yeah, but could we... Oh, come on. Well, I mean, I've had... Thank you. There have been so many times where, like, my video just cuts off for no reason, because, like, my computer restarts, or, like, a server issue, or just, like, the software program... The software, the recording software actually has been fine. It hasn't crashed at all, but, like, something in the background will crash, and then, like, my computer will go to, like, a black screen for 5 minutes. So, I mean, finally we have a recorded instance of something like that happening. Well, I mean, it was fun while it lasted. Thanks for sticking around.